the next part of this is taking the loom that you have and unwinding your dark yarn that you have around it. So let's get that out of the way. Okay, try not to have it all tangled. And we're just going to take one piece of it. You should have two pieces of it. You'll want a pair of scissors. And so I'm going to flip this over so that you can see what we have, and it doesn't really make a difference, you know, which direction it's going there. Okay, now I do not want to tie this. I do not want to tie this at the top, because later on I'm going to tie all these strings together and I have to be able to have room to tie them together. So I am going to come down, let's see, let's do a couple of fingers down. So if you lay a couple of fingers right there, I'm going to start like right under there. Okay, so make sure that you check out where you're supposed to be starting. And then what we want to do is we want to tie that on. And when we tie that on, we are tying it on, we're just tying one knot, like if you started to tie your shoes, how you do your shoes. So let's see if we can do that. So I'm going to make that, let's zoom in a little bit. I'm going to make that little circle right there, little circle. Pull your string through it, just like when you start to tie your shoes. And just pull it tight. Now the reason that I'm doing that is so that when I start weaving, I don't pull it all the way through. And if that little piece is in your way, just trim it off. Okay, so we're just going to trim that off to the side there. All right, the next thing, we've been practicing this over the years of going under and over. I am looking at where I'm right here, and it doesn't matter if I go over or under to start with. So I'm just going to pick that string up, go under it, then go over the next one, under, over, under, over, and under. And then I'm going to pull it. I'm going to just take my string and I'm pulling it all the way through. I just pull it all the way through. Now if you pull it too tight, look what happens. So just tug it back the other way. All right, now I'm going to do this the wrong way, and I'll see if you can figure out why it's the wrong way. So I'm going to go under here. I'm going to go over, under. I'm doing that pattern again. Doing the pattern, same pattern. And I'm going to pull it. What happened? So think about it. All right, let me go back the other way and we'll see if you can figure it out. So all the way over, I pick up every other one, and then I pull it through once again. And you have a pretty long piece, so don't get it tangled. Don't pull it too hard. Tug it back the other way. Okay, now here's what happened. I went under again, and I'm going back the exact same way. Remember the story about the little snakes fighting when we wove the paper? And if you went in the same way, they would fight and wrestle. Well, in this case, it just pulls it out. So you need to make sure that you're doing the opposite. If you are on the end and it ends like this, then you need to go back over the next one. It would be like if I went over the top of my finger and then I came back like this. If I go over first and then I come back under, it gets wrapped around. So I'm going over and under. And you'll know if you pull it out, or if you have two together, you'll know that you skipped two. Okay, and then I pull it through. But once again, I don't want to pull it too hard because it will pull this in. So if that happens, just tug it back so that they're all nice and even. You need to make sure that they stay nice and even as you go. And then we're going to push these together. All right, let's do it again, one more time. So now I ended, when I got to the end, I'm under. That means I need to go back over and under, over, under, over, under, over, under, and pull it through. Okay, pull it through, not too hard. Once it gets tight in there, then we're going to push it together. Oh, we've already got a piece of material. All right, I'm going to finish this row out and show you how it looks.